back again. All right, so this one is a police shooting in Columbus, Ohio. I got mixed thoughts on this. Like I said, I'm all about preserving life and not really taking life unless you absolutely have to. Um, this appears to be somebody who was obviously suicidal. And this first part here is going to show that. So the cops already know this person's mind state, and they know they might try to use the cops to kill them. So not play into their trap. Because their mind is construed. They don't know what's really going on if you're trying to get police officers to kill you. So anyway, this first part is talking to some friends, and at this point, they're gonna know that the guy in question needs some help because he's talking about killing himself and stuff like that. So let's go from here.
Police lieutenant was on scene to explain the new policy to the man's friends.
All right, so you live with him? So what's going on?
I don't have no idea what's wrong with him.
Okay.
He's a nice guy. I don't know.
Yeah. So is he just threatening to harm himself?
That haven't been done yet.
Okay. So he's not making threats to anybody. He's just not letting anybody in.
Exactly. Yes. I went because I know him.
Yeah.
So I went to the door. He has a knife in his left hand.
Okay.
And I told him, I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
He closed the door.
All right. Which doors are his? The front one, the side one?
The other one over there.
Okay, so he's got 3 doors, right?
2 doors.
Two
One in
doors.
the front, one in the back. Yeah.
Okay.
There's the second level. There's a door as well.
Okay. How about the side door? Where does that go?
So I think the second go to the basement. No, to the laundry room, I guess.
Okay. So does he have access to that side door?
No. I think he's really front.
So what we're looking at is just so we don't escalate anything. Generally in these situations, we'll try to knock, see if he's willing to get some help from us. But if he has a knife, if he's trying to hurt himself, a lot of times people will use us to get hurt. So to prevent that, I hate to say it, we're not going to go kicking in this door and causing more problems.
Okay, so police officer definitely got the right train of thought here. There's nobody actually in danger here. They just know he has knives, but I guess they think they might use them, but they don't really know. 'Cause otherwise, they still would go there for a welfare check. But the man is kind of uneasy because they just say they don't want to kick in the door because they know they're going to escalate it, right? So they need to keep this same energy later because they're right now. Just don't go over there. Like I said, and the man needs some help. The cops not really the first people to call. You need to call some people who are trained in situations like this. I'm talking about non-law enforcement, like social workers, psychological people who can help, stuff like that. That's not the cop's job to really, try to help people like that. That's a social worker's job. The police are just supposed to uphold the law. Go over his house when he breaks the law. If he's not breaking the law, stay out. And like I said, if he needs some help, there's some agency, there's some programs that non-law enforcement people can get them in and help them that way. Because 9 times out of 10, that might be a high percentage, but there'll be people, who need some help in the head, and then like a family member will call cops over there to help, and then they end up, getting shot and stuff like that. So just remember that the cops made the right decision here.
Okay. If he's not letting anybody else in, there's nothing we can do about that.
The problem is, from his perspective, that he want to go in his house.
Okay, we get that, but here's the deal. If he has not threatened anyone and he is only posing a danger to himself, our policy states that either we advise you what is going to happen. We can't go in there and then if he's only a harm to himself and he's talking about himself and we end up shooting him, what good did we solve, right?
Yeah.
But if we have no victims and nobody's inside the house, you guys run the risk of either going inside yourself and getting hurt, or you can stay away until he gets out of this manic crisis. All right? But our policy is very clear on this, on what we can do, because we don't have a victim of a crime because he hasn't threatened any of you guys, right?
Okay.
He hasn't threatened anybody, right?
Yeah.
He just poses a danger to himself. It's difficult for us, okay, because we want to help him, but we don't want to hurt him.
We got that.
Yeah.
So you advise to him as he has a tenant in this house, what he should do?
My advice to you is
Stay away from the house.
stay away from the house and let him get over this manic
For a
or
week, 1
issue
day,
he has.
so,
Yeah, because if you go in there, you have a right to, but you pose a risk of being harmed yourself.
You
Okay?
already pushed him out the house.
Huh?
You already pushed him out the house.
Okay. He pushed him out of the house. Okay. But we don't have any agmenacine or anything like that. Like, he wasn't chasing him with the knife, was he?
No, you just put the knife in the side.
Okay, yeah. So that's where we're at. And it's not an easy thing for us, okay? Just like it's not an easy thing for you. But what we don't want is us to ultimately end up shooting somebody with a knife because he poses a danger to himself. Or he's talking about hurting himself. Because it doesn't accomplish anything for us, okay? Because our goal is to save a life, not take a life because he's trying to take his own life.
The only thing the guy sees, he's gonna hurt himself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
That's all what we are caring about because we know him and we don't want him to hurt.
And I respect that and I understand that. It's kind of, like I said, it's a difficult thing, but we don't want to go in there and hurt him if he's going to hurt himself. So if he's going to hurt himself, he's going to hurt himself.
Yeah.
If he's not, then we need to let him get over this, whatever he's dealing with, and then approach him, which would probably, my recommendation would be tomorrow, because we've been out here twice tonight. Okay? So that's my recommendation, is if you got somewhere else to go, I would recommend that. But other than that, we'll try to get him to come out. But at some point we have to say, okay, we're going to have to walk away from this.
The third and final time Columbus police officers interacted with Lemine was at 1:30 a.m. when he walked onto a Columbus police substation lot carrying a large knife in each hand. Lemine was determined to end his life on that day and forced the officers to do it for him.
All right, so I'm gonna let it play in a second. But as you said, the guy pretty much wanted to die. What they call it, suicide by cop or whatever. He wanted to get shot. Okay, the cops know this. So what I don't want is for the cops to play into this. So notice if there's a time step. Okay, because I think there's some chances where this whole event could have been avoided. People may disagree with me. That's fine. Everybody has his opinion. I respect everybody's opinion. I'm just on here telling my opinion. And my whole focus is to preserve life. Sometimes you got to take a life, okay? And most of the time, it's definitely if somebody has a gun, you got to make a split-second decision. Somebody has a knife. Of course, you can die from a knife. They can throw a knife. But you have more chances with a knife than a gun. I hope everybody can agree with me to that. So just remember this point right here as he gets to the police station. And let's see what happens.
4-1.
Where'd he go?
He is in the alley, and he has a 33A in his hand. Order to park quickly, please.
Hey, we don't want to hurt you, man. Just put it down.
Make it.
Hey, put it down. We don't want to hurt you. Sir,
42 and 43, start over there.
sir, put it down. Sir, put it down.
Put it down. Put it down. Please don't do this. Come on, man. We want to.
Hey, we do not want to do this, man. Put it down.
Hey, come on. Put it down. Keep the line. Keep the line. I mean, we want to help you, man. I promise.
Hey, put it down. We just want to help you, man. Do.
We don't want to do this, buddy.
Hey, do not throw that.
Drop it, bud. Just drop it, man. Just drop it, buddy. We want to help you.
No, don't. Don't fucking do it. Don't.
All right, so let me wind it back, okay? And now, of course, if somebody approaches you with a knife, especially if they start running, shoot them. I get it. Now, I didn't see him start running, but he did walk up over the curb. He had the knives both pointed down. And now, just remember, we just saw the first part where they know this guy's mindset. They already said they want to come in here because they know they want to escalate. They already know this guy's mindset because they knew that he kind of tried to want to maybe hurt himself And then, like they said, they don't want him to use the cops. The cops don't want him to use them as a way to die, okay? But then they turn around and really fall right into the same trap. So now, a lot of people say, hey, it's a knife, you gotta shoot, you gotta shoot. I get it, I daggone get it. But my whole point here is this, and like I said, if I seem kind of weird or different, it's because I preserve life over killing life. So if there's a chance to preserve, especially a person right here who obviously has some type of mental issue going on, a normal, regular minded citizen would not have two knives and walk into the parking lot of a police station. You know there's an issue. So I would like to try to help a person first before just killing them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like they're fighting knife and knives. He has a knife, they have a gun. Of course you can kill somebody with a knife, but chances are if you get hit with bullets several times, you're going to die. A knife, you know, you might get cut and bleed. Of course, you could bleed out. But anyway, so my point is, and then just let it go just a little bit. And they already said that he was out here. Okay, right here they see him, okay? They're a good distance away. They were already on the radio saying he had a knife, okay? Now, if these cops just stand here where they at, and he keeps just walking, we already know what's going to happen. You're going to shoot him. We know this, okay? But that's what we're trying to avoid. Now, the reason why we have more time is because he has a knife. Now, if he was standing right there and he had a gun in his hand, he was aiming at you, you don't have no time. And I don't even care about the distance. He can shoot it, he can kill you. But he has a knife, okay? He has two knives. And they're pointed down. So this is where police officers got to be police officers and think like me and try to preserve a life. Now, one thing first, he's at a police headquarters. Now, this headquarters doesn't have like a storage area where they have like weapons, guns, shotguns, but they also have non-lethal, you know, like a beanbag shotgun or a pepper spray gun to, you know, either hit him in the chest, make him drop, hit him in his head, make him drop. He might get hurt, but anything besides killing him. So these are the things you try before he walks so close to you that you have to shoot him, which he's trying to get you to do anyway. Okay? So don't think I'm crazy. I know it's a knife, but you got to think fast. These are police officers. They train, they paid, they're supposed to know how to think to preserve life. This guy is walking to a police station with knives. You know he has issues, but do you want to really kill a mentally challenged individual? I wouldn't. I try to save him first if I can. And what they got to do is get on it. They need to get on it fast. Somebody go run. It might be something in that van, go in the back, but you got to get something non-lethal like those little beanbag guns. I mean, now if this was on the street, it'd be a different story because, you know, not everybody had the stuff in the car. But they're at a police station. They gotta have all types of weapons and stuff there, right? That's what I'm thinking, you know. And then somebody should have grabbed that. And then as he's slowly walking, you beanbag him up as best as you can. You pepper spray him up as best as you can. See if he falls. See if he drops the knife. Of course, there's no guarantee that these non-lethal weapons will stop him. I get it. I'm not slow, okay? There's no guarantee, but what it does do, it give you a chance that he may get stopped, he may drop. Of course, if it's ineffective, then of course, if he keeps coming closer, you're going to shoot him. But at least you gave it a chance to try to knock him out to save his life instead of just going for gun only. So hopefully people can understand what I'm trying to say, because all people saying in the comments, oh, you know, you can't shoot a beanbag, that ain't going to stop nobody. What does it hurt to try when he's at a further distance? You know, he might get hurt so bad, like, man, I don't even want to walk close because I'm going to get, you know, hurt even further. You know, the closer he come and those bean bags and stuff, pepper spray, they're going to start hitting hard, you know, pop him in the head. I don't think they're supposed to aim in the head, but anything is better than killing him. You know what I'm saying? So when I say the whole bean bag and shotgun stuff, I'm talking about you got to do it quick. But somebody got to either run in their car, run in the police station and get it, you know. But the guy he wasn't running right at him. He was strolling, and cops need to take this time to go get something. So just look at the slow stroll. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because we already watched it. See, Now, right here,
Sir, put it.
he already has his gun up. Now, what do you gonna think is gonna happen if he shoot him? There's pretty much no chance of the guy living. I mean, he could make it, who knows? But you know, most cops don't shoot just one shot. They're gonna shoot several shots, and the chance of him living is gonna be very, very slim. So already we got this cop in a position with his gun at him. We already know from earlier that the guy has issue. You know, he was already trying to hurt himself. The cops even said, "Hey, we don't want to be used to kill this person," and they're falling right into his trap. Right into his trap. So while this guy has his gun up, I understand he has a knife, he has to have a gun. These other officers need to be thinking. There should be a several officers there. I mean, it's a police station. You know what I'm saying? And you know, go get some non-lethal. You know, he's probably too far for a taser. But anything, like I say, once he get a certain distance, then of course the gun, the lethal options are the only option once you get a certain distance. So, but as you see, well, you know, he's slowly strolling. You know, you got, like I said, you got to be police officer, you got to think fast. You know, backing up is good, but they only backed up so far, then they stop. Okay, but you got to be moving fast. Somebody go run in their car, pop the trunk, get the beanbag shotgun, and get the shooting. But I don't think any of the officers did any of that. They just stood there with their guns. So you tell me, there's the guy right here who's now not that far away. The cop is not even going to back up anymore, and all these other officers got guns. What do you think is going to happen? You already know his mindset. You know he wants to get shot. You know he wants to die. He don't even really, you can see he don't even really want to get at the police. He got two knives pointed at the ground. You know what I'm saying? But the cops kind of fell into his trap. Now, it may be possible that this whole police station doesn't have any type of non-lethal. Okay, it's possible. But all I'm saying is, you know, look and see. Try to preserve life first. But in this situation right here, even though we haven't gotten to the shooting, we already know what's going to happen because he has a knife and all the officers has guns. He's not going to survive these guns. You know what I'm saying? So, and these officers, I mean, they could have kept moving. They didn't have to stay outside. He's not even charging them. They could have went all the way to the corner. You know, keep trying to prolong it. You know, buy some time so you can go get the beanbag shotgun, the pepper spray ball gun, pop him in the head. You know, try to hurt him so he falls down. You know, something. But if you're gonna stand right here, and basically he's coming to a corner, and he's pretty much getting close to that knife stabbing range, you already know that y'all gonna kill him. So, like I said, if you think this guy's this man with the knife is a criminal and he deserves to get shot, I mean, all right, you know, that's your opinion. But I'll be that odd guy. I'll be that weird guy to say that I'm always thinking about ways to try to save a life of a person, especially if they're mentally, you know, I ain't gonna say mentally challenged, but there's something going on in his head, something not right. If there was a guy who, like, I don't know, robbed a lady and stabbed her up, he had killed a couple of people, it'd be a different story. Okay? But for somebody who was going through some things and the cops already know he was trying to get killed, why not try to save his life? And the other thing, let me just show, if you even notice, let's play it so he's gonna get to the curb.
Hey, put it down. We just want to help you, man.
See, there's still some time if somebody could get some non-lethal because he's dangling around over there.
Do not throw that.
Drop it, bud.
See, why can't he get further away? Just back up, get away.
Drop it, buddy. We want to help you.
No, don't.
Okay, so he's about to walk closer, but what do you see? I see a bunch of houses. These cops don't care what is behind this guy, but you always supposed to look at your background. There's a house right there on the left. There's a house right there on the right. If these bullets miss, they're going into your houses. Imagine you sleeping, right? And bullets come all through your window and maybe one of them hits you because these officers didn't try every measure like I mentioned to preserve a life and just really was just decided that, hey, he has a knife. We're just gonna shoot this guy. Cause like I said, he's not trying to attack anybody. I know he has a knife. He's dangerous, but he's not running around, you know, trying to grab pedestrians and stuff like that. These cops could keep just backing away. They could until a pedestrian comes into the picture, to a kid comes to the picture. They don't really have to be this close. They're not taking every measure. Now, Legally, they don't have to. You know, they can stand their ground, right? They can stay right there. I get it. I get it. But as police officers, and with my thinking, try to preserve life, especially of people who are going through things in their mind. Okay, so I'm gonna play this, and we know what's gonna happen, but it was obvious what's gonna happen because they didn't make any attempts. So I know I'm in here in the comments, oh pal, hey buddy pal, you crazy thinking this non-lethal, this taser gonna stop him, this beanbag gonna stop it. Okay, sue me for just thinking how to preserve life first, shoot and kill somebody who's mentally disturbed later. I'll take it. I'll take all the nasty comments. All I'm doing is thinking about how to preserve.
Don't fucking do it! Don't!
Well, I can't count that fast, but it's probably like 20, maybe 30 shots. I don't know. You think all 30 bullets went into this guy, or did they go behind him, hit the car, hit the house? I mean, you know, wouldn't you be horrified bullets flying through your house in the middle of the night because of this? Just think about it. I mean, there's house right there. They don't care. The cops don't care. They all about, hey, I'm police. He has knives. I got to shoot. So, I mean, it's always risky when you shoot because you got to look at your background. Everybody's not a marksman. Even though he's that close, I know all the bullets didn't go with him. So the bullets had to go somewhere. So it's real risky. I didn't hear about anybody getting hurt back there. So, but they had to hit a building or two or a house or two. I know a bullet or two did.
He got a knife in his hand.
I mean, this is a different angle. I'm not really sure what this will show. You know, he did the slow roll down the street. Slow roll down the street, and then, you know, they shot him. But we can watch it again. Because I do want to see if any of the officers kind of like ran to a car or inside or something to try to get non-lethal. We definitely didn't hear any discussion about non-lethal. You know, they're shouting to put it down, but they know the guy wants to die. He's not gonna put it down. So all the cops are just standing around with the guns. I don't see nobody thinking the way I'm thinking. I mean, it's not a lot of time, but look at this. All the cops are right there. That's not far enough. All he had to do is turn right, and then he's too close, and then the cops got reason to kill him. I mean, I would say just get all the way out the parking lot. Go get a bullhorn, talk to him until you get some people in range of being where he can actually knife somebody up. But why are these cops even right there? Like literally, he's only like 2 or 3 steps from the shooting range. He's gonna step on the parking lot, which is like 2 steps, and then he gets shot. You know? So what do the cops think were gonna happen? But anyway, so if you do like my content, go in, click like on the videos, and subscribe to my channel. But definitely let me know what you think about my idea of using non-lethal. If you want to call me crazy, that's cool. Just be respectful in the comments, you know. Don't curse me out. Don't call me no names out my name. Just be like, hey, I'll take I'm crazy and I'm not thinking straight. But like I said, I'll double down. I'm always going to think a police officer should try to preserve life if they can. This is not like he was running full speed down the alley and they had to pull out their guns and shoot him. He did a very slow stroll. I mean, he wasn't in the alley for long. But if you're a police officer and you think like me, you want to preserve, then you're thinking, let me go see if I can get something to shoot him with other than my gun. Because I know pretty sure if I shoot him with the gun, he's not going to survive. So, yeah, definitely. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm tripping or not.